Dools!
Has.
PS5 and Xbox Series X pre-orders have dropped. Microsoft changes the game by acquiring Bethesda, and is Tom Cruise actually going to space? All that and more, but Dools, just roll the intro! Welcome to another episode of the More Cops on Duty podcast, internet's number one film, game, and TV podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Harry. With me, of course, is the Harrison Ford to my Ryan Gosling, Edward Dools. Dools, how you doing? How you doing today?
What movie were they in together? Yeah. Oh, of course. Jesus Christ. It's only that one.
Yeah.
Just fucking...
were you being serious? I thought you were joking.
No, I literally just had a blank for a second. I was like, what movie are they in together?
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Yeah, what movie is that? I'm good, aside from the fact that I might have just been having a brain aneurysm just now. But yeah, good. Can't complain, mate. How are you? I'm
good, Dools. What's for dinner tonight?
What's for dinner? Dinner was a lovely little spinach and feta frittata.
Nice. What'd you have it with?
Just some salad.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good. Just
what would you rate it out of 10?
Oh, well, it's my cooking, so I mean, strong 9.
Fair play. Have you ever thought of to go on to one of those reality cooking shows?
No, I wouldn't have the patience. I don't know that I like cooking. I mean, I'm not bad at it. I just you do it because you have to. I don't know if I'm I don't know if I I sometimes look forward to it, but more often than not, it's a bit of a chore. Just the cut, the prepping, the cleaning. Nah, if I had a personal chef, dude, I'd just be all about that shit. Be all about it.
Oh, how good would that be?
Oh my god,
how good would that be?
Oh my god,
knowing that every meal is going to be brilliant and different. Ooh,
just fucking yeah. I mean, it'd be incredible. Yeah. How about you? Have you already had some dinner this evening, Has?
No, I'm gonna make probably some I don't know, maybe some rigatoni after this. We'll see. I know.
Can you do that in the air fryer as well, Has?
You can do anything in the air fryer, Dools.
My god,
is the correct answer. You need to buy one. Well, you need to come over here and fucking try it.
I do. We're gonna tee it up soon.
We do. Dools, speaking of teeing it up soon, let's say that average Joe stumbles upon the podcast More Cops on Duty on Spotify and has no idea what this show is. How would you describe it to him?
Well, Joe, when we're not going into details of our recent culinary exploits, talking all things film, TV, games. And that's what we'll do today. That's what we'll continue to do until... I don't know, until one of us fucking dies in a car crash or something, I guess. Yeah, something horrific. Most likely be me. You don't drive. Know? Although I could be the one at the wheel. We could both be in the car at the same time. Wouldn't that be poetic?
Be poetic.
So that's the podcast. That's all you need to know. Don't bother asking any questions. Just strap in and enjoy the ride. And I say strap in quite seriously because, I'm at the wheel.
Dools. Yeah, you nailed it. Great. So it went from what we're actually doing to our inevitable demise with you behind the wheel, which is the most certain part.
Oh, 100%.
You're a great driver. Don't get me wrong, Dools. But if there's any way that we're leaving this earth, it's you behind the fucking wheel. It's straight up.
I just, if all it'll take is just one old person to cut me off, and then, all bets are off. And it's just fucking, off the tilt road rage. And no one wins in that scenario.
Do you ever get road rage a lot?
Oh. I mean, yeah. I feel like everyone does, but not like crazy extreme, not like to the point where I want to get out of the car and fucking, take that person to school. But Oh, look, you know, in Sydney, everyone knows what Sydney traffic can be like. So the answer is yes.
Yeah, fair play. Dools, we like to start each and every podcast off with what we've been watching, what we've been playing. Do you want to start? Should I?
Yeah, I can start off. So
Cool.
quickly, what I've been playing. So the Mario 3D All Stars Collection came out last Friday, and I'd never played Sunshine before. It's I'm unsure how to feel about it. I've already beaten it. It's good. I like it quite a bit.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it's shorter than I thought. I honestly didn't think I played a ton of it. I mean, I've only just beaten beaten Bowser or whatever. There's still like a ton more shit you could do, but I don't know. The controls are, and I had to look this up to be like, am I the only one who feels this way? Because like, what the fuck's going on? Like, this feels weird. This game, like the way it controls, just everything about it, like it feels unpolished for a Nintendo game. And this is like the general consensus. Like, this game is janky as fuck for a Mario game. Like, it is like, has very twitchy controls, feels floaty and slippery. And the camera's all over the shop. It's like, it's a fucking mess. And I'm like, this does not, like, it feels like a Mario game, looks like a Mario game, but in the sense that it does not feel like a Nintendo game. The polish is not there. That Nintendo polish is nowhere to be found. So I was surprised by that.
Right.
And I thought that, you know, seeing as this, I mean, it's just a straight up port with a little bit of, you know, texture and resolution upscaling. Clearly they didn't do anything to fix it, so to speak, but I don't know. A lot of people swear by this game. I don't think anyone could possibly make the argument to me that it's better than Galaxy or even Odyssey. Galaxy is still the best one by far. But yeah, no, I was intensely curious because I'd never played it before. I missed out on that generation of games, PS2, Xbox, GameCube. So yeah, so that was cool. Has them onto Dark Souls 3. I'm doing it. I'm getting it out of the way ahead of time for Demon Souls, so I'm going to do that. And
got plenty of time.
Oh yeah, plenty of time. But they're big games, and it's the kind of game.
Even in saying that, like less than 2 months.
I know, crazy. Holy moly!
Yeah, it's creeping up. It's like probably, if we think about it, it's probably 6 weeks this Thursday or something.
So I think 2 weeks. I think like 6-7 weeks now.
Jesus
Goodness. And we only just pre-ordered the things. I think that way the excitement just stays there and just builds up. Has watched a fair few movies in the past couple of days as well. So I watched a delight of a film. Just a delight.
Go ahead.
Little Women. Now hear me out. It's I was always curious because I know Greta Gerwig has done some really good movies. Lady Bird. Another similar film in tone and themes, like, you know, adolescent women growing up. I don't know, just like dealing with the world. I mean, Lady Bird's more mature, I guess, in that way. This is a direct adaptation of the classic novel, which I think has been made into films like 5 times now, including this one. But it's impeccably cast. You've got like big names like Emma Watson, Florence Pugh. Of course, the leading girl, I'm going to fucking butcher her name, Saoirse Ronan?
Saoirse
Ronan.
Pretty damn close, Tools. You know what? That was great for you. Good work.
Oh, thanks, Az. And an Australian girl, I think her name is Eliza Scanlon, who actually, coincidentally, I hadn't seen her in anything before. Well, no, I'd never seen her in anything before this, but I just happened to also watch The Devil All the Time, and she was also in that. So, but obviously this came out before, and I hadn't seen her in anything besides those 2 films. But she's Australian apparently, and was on Home and Away at some point. So good on her, she's made it. Similar story to Margot Robbie actually in that sense. Yeah, no, it's look, it's as girly films get, like big time, but because it really is about women growing up and. I don't know, just like, and because it's set during this post-Civil War era in America, it's all about, like, all they talk about is fucking, you know, marrying and who to marry, and you got to marry to be rich and blah blah blah, and like, oh, women can't make it on their own. And anyway, so I mean, yeah, but it's just a well-told story, and the performances are all incredible. Oh, and sorry, you've also got Laura Dern and Meryl Streep, so the cast is out of control.
Did you say Timothy Chalamet?
No, I didn't mention him. Sorry. He's not one of the Little Women but even though he could probably pass as one to be honest, but he
Jesus.
no, in the sense that he's like one of the most feminine dudes in Hollywood I've ever seen. But no, he's a great actor. Good on him.
He's a fantastic.
He's in it as well. Yeah, so that's an excellent film. She's a great director. I think I'm definitely going to want to keep my ear to the ground for whatever else she does. I just mentioned it. The Devil All the Time. Nah, it's fine. I wouldn't rush into watching it.
I'm gonna watch it because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah,
but
look,
I'm going in with low expectations.
You've got a good cast. The performances are good. I mean, look, it's a great cast. So it's Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Bill Skarsgård, Sebastian Stan, again Liza Scanlon, who Little Women, and one more person who I'm forgetting. Goodness me, Jason Clarke. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Yeah. So very good cast, but I found the plot to be all over the shop and just boring and nothing, like there was nothing interesting going on. I was like, okay, these are a couple of stories that happen to intersect with one another, and okay, but I still don't understand the point of any of this. So anyway, I'd be curious to see what you think about that one, Has. But I didn't think it was anything special, which is a shame.
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
I'll tell you what though. Robert Pattinson steals his scenes. Like he pulls off this incredible Southern accent, which it just you can't quite believe it's coming out of his mouth. So
really,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Dude,
he plays like this Southern preacher, and I'm like, who the fuck thought to cast Robert Pattinson in this role? Bravo.
Yeah, I know.
Bravo.
I'm fucking love this new like reconnaissance or renaissance of
Robotus. I don't know.
Robotus Pattersons or something. You know, maybe we're onto something. Pattersons. I'm loving that.
Two more movies which I'll run through very quickly. Have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream before, or Of a Dream? The Oliver Stone directed film.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, Requiem for a Dream. Yeah, is that? Yeah, for a Dream. So this stars in the lead roles Jennifer Connelly, Jared Leto, Ellen Burstyn, and Marlon Wayans. This film is so trippy, dude. It's very intense and depressing. Like it's just like it's super. It felt similar to Uncut Gems. It was just like a constantly stressful experience. Kind of like made you think about things quite a bit because I mean it's definitely based on addiction, but you could apply that rule to almost anything, like any bad habits someone has. So it makes you think about things, and so a movie that does that I think is really impressive. But yeah, I'd never seen it before and it just popped up and I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a watch. And yeah, really good performances by Jared Leto. I had no idea he was acting that early. So this is 2000. I thought he broke into the scene bit later, and that he was all about 30 Seconds to Mars.
No, he went back and forth.
Okay. Yeah, no, well,
you 30 Seconds to Mars fan, Dools?
I've probably heard one of their songs at some point without knowing it was them, but no, not at all.
Fair.
Yeah. Well, is it good? I mean, what even kind of music is it? I'm guessing it's kind of poppy.
It's like anthem rock.
Yeah. So what, like Kings of Leon, fucking...
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
it's like an American Kings of Leon.
You know how I guess that just by the band's name. I'm not even kidding.
30 Seconds to Mars. Yeah, they're very much like anthem rock.
Yeah, Coldplay.
Like more rock than Coldplay.
Yeah, okay.
But you're on the right track though. Like those type of songs that like aren't made for the lyrics, they're made for like the beat of the chorus, and like they're made to be played live. All their songs.
Yeah. You can definitely know those bands when you see them. They all style, no substance, Mumford Sons. So
I knew you were gonna bring them up.
I made it halfway through this other film last night, and I want to finish it, but I'm not like overly motivated to. Natural Born Killers. This is a weird one, dude. I don't know how I feel about it. I got up to the part where they both were just put in prison. So I'm a little over halfway. And
Right.
I don't know, man. I mean, what do you reckon? Should I finish it, in your opinion?
Yeah, well, Tarantino wrote it.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did.
I don't think...
I'm quite
I would know.
confident
I
he
would
did.
know that. I don't think he did.
I'm pretty sure he did.
So...
Might be going crazy here. I'm pretty sure he wrote that. Yeah, story by Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, story by... Yeah, okay. Well, the
Oliver
screenplay.
Stone and like a couple of people wrote it. Yeah, true. Screenplay by that. But like, I knew Quentin Tarantino was tied to the story.
Well, the story itself isn't the problem. It's the way it's cut and shot, and they're trying way too hard to be trippy. Oliver Stone at the time, another Oliver Stone film. He's trying way too hard to be like edgy and interesting and different. I feel like with like, oh, it's black and white 1 second, it's normal the next. It's like fucking, I don't know, high contrast the next, and blah blah blah, and etc. and so on. So it's a bit much, and it gets a little gimmicky after a while.
Right.
And it's just, I don't know. I mean, I reckon I'll finish it, but it's just, I don't know. It's a weird for weird's sake kind of movie, in my opinion. And I'm kind of not getting the point. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, that's me. So yeah, I just had the movie bug, you know. Like, I haven't watched a few movies in a while, so got that done. How about yourself?
Dools. Well, we're 16 minutes in. So I'm glad you watched a lot. I'm the opposite. I didn't watch anything.
Oh.
Except I watched a couple of TV shows. I'll get through to them, but I think I'm about to be on the same bug as you. I'm feeling like I need to get back to the old feature films. Caught up with the boys. All caught up. Finished episode 5 last night or the night before. Fuck man, what a season so far.
It is so fucking good, dude.
It's
well,
awesome.
I think we're gonna review that when it's done. Only 8 episodes,
Yeah,
unfortunately, so 3 more weeks to go.
Yeah, well, we'll do like a full-on podcast just about the boys because I think this is better than the first season for me already.
I don't think it's controversial to say that I think Homelander is one of the best TV characters in recent years.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or maybe of all time. But just in like this modern...
Better than George Costanza, Dools. Wow.
I'm saying one of the has.
Wow. Imagine like trying to compare George Costanza to Homelander. Like that's so bizarre. Yeah, no, I agree. The Boys season 2 so far, like fucking spectacular. Loving it. Continuing on the Sherlock train, Dools, I'm ripping through this series. I'm up to episode 2 of season 3. There's only 4 series. So like I'll be finished by this time next week easily. Like it's so
What are you
good.
watching them on? They on
Stan.
I see.
Yeah, they're on Stan. Yeah. Dude, they're phenomenal though. Like each episode is so good. I'm loving it. I've never watched it before, and like so all this is completely new to me. But yeah, no, so far so good. That's all we got, Dolls. Should we get into the news of the week? Give me a jingle.
News of the week. Sorry, I was going to say something else, and you called me off guard there. Yes.
No. Cause say what you want, Dolls. This is
I was going to go. To be honest, I was just going to cut in and make you say the jingle, but you beat me to it.
Nope. Nice, Dolls. Yeah, you have to get up pretty early. Got to get up pretty early. Dolls, we don't have that much on the agenda today. Let's start off with one of the big ones. PS5 and Xbox Series X pre-orders have dropped. They didn't drop to a lot of notice, except Xbox did. They told everyone about a week before. PlayStation gave us 0 notice. If you listen back to our last podcast posted when we were dissecting the PS5 showcase, we cut short because all of a sudden the PS5 pre-orders dropped and we just had to pounce on them. We both pre-ordered a few consoles. 2, in fact. Like we're not assholes that are using it for scalping. I'm going to give my second one to my brother, and Dools is giving the second one to one of our friends. But Dools, like, how much anxiety has lifted off your shoulders?
A fucking global level of anxiety has. I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. So it's become such a meme now. Now that we can reflect on it, even though it's been barely a week. But so some Sony executive a few months ago literally said to someone in an interview. So the interviewer asked him point blank, "Will we know when we can pre-order ahead of time? Like, these aren't just going to be dropped out of the blue, are they?" He's like, "No. You will know when you can pre-order, and it's not just going to be a spontaneous thing. Like, we will tell you ahead of time." I think they technically did, or they tried to. They're going to go live tomorrow. That's what they said after their showcase. But I don't know, man. I don't know what was different about their situation as opposed to Xbox's, because Xbox told us the exact date and price a week ahead of their pre-orders, and retailers obeyed them. PlayStation dropped.
Xbox did also threaten them. Xbox said to retailers, if you break the embargo, we will give you lesser consoles to sell.
Okay. I didn't see that. So maybe Sony should have done a similar thing. I mean, or maybe they would have told them something on the back end, because it almost seems like the retailers were caught off guard by this announcement as well.
Yeah, because not one just went. They didn't all go live, right? It was one, then another, then another, then another.
Yeah, like it was clearly not planned. I know. I think Amazon went the latest, and this is from an Australian perspective. Maybe like midday or something. JB, shortly before that, at maybe like 9:30, 10. But EB was right on it at 8 a.m. So that was an hour and a bit after the showcase. So I didn't anticipate that. I saw the tweet from PlayStation, they're going to go live tomorrow. I'm like, okay, great. Still going to kind of just, we'll wait for that announcement. So it was lucky because I was still hovering on the EB Games Twitter and things like that, because I'm like, okay, well, they're going to let us know exactly what time it is. It'll probably be 8 a.m., blah, blah, blah. And the thing I see, it's 8:30 that we're doing the podcast, and they've been live for half an hour. And thank fucking God, so few people were aware that was happening. Like, because really, I think it was only their Twitter that, and just the select few people that would have been happening to refresh the EB Games website or whatever. But yeah, dude, very little notice. And it was just, because they had that warning for the Series X pre-orders, EB Games apparently sold out within minutes for the Series X, which is crazy to think about. But I mean,
really?
Well, they just people knew to get on there ahead of time. And apparently the rumor is Xbox just haven't allocated a ton of stock, like in general. And Sony have manufactured a ton more PS5s than Xbox have Xboxes. So
yeah, right.
Anyway, Sony have since said that they've actually made a rare move and actually apologized about the pre-order fiasco, and that more will be allocated in the coming days, weeks, months. So yeah, well, I mean, thank God we've got one has stress alleviated.
Right. Did you see what Harvey Norman were trying to get you to do?
No.
To pre-order it, you had to pay in full.
Really? Bastards.
At Harvey Norman. Yeah.
Fucking Jerry.
Well, I'm kind of glad that
bastard.
we've already spent the $200. I'm kind of glad that's already done. Because then it's like, you don't, like, in a month and a half, you're going to look at it and be like, oh, it's not a $750 console, it's a $550 console.
Yeah.
Like, that. Yeah, so like,
it's
kind of a discount.
I was always bracing for around the 800 mark. So this is not too outrageous. So, yeah.
Yeah, agreed. But it's also good that
yeah, I know what you mean. Mentally, it's better, and you have that 2-month buffer.
But it's like it's spending it's like what's it called? Like spacing it out. Spacing it out, Dools. But
when you bind the bullet on that TV house.
Probably either beginning of October or end of October. It'll be one of those two. Won't be in the middle. But I do want to like there's a part of me that's like, I want to do it, and the first time I use it is PS5 to be like, to show that giant increase of like upgrade, from PS4 and a lower res TV. But then I'm like, why? Like, can't I just enjoy it now? Like so there's like,
yeah. Plus, there aren't really any games out right now that are like, those big, like, it's not like you're going to be playing Cyberpunk before then, but you can always enjoy some Ultra HD films.
That's what I'm thinking, Dools. Any in mind? Like, what's the first few that I need to watch?
Well, I've already watched Blade Runner. The one that's been on my mind is Interstellar, but I told you that, and I was like, well, I'm also mindful that they could do a theatrical re-release this year. So
yeah, they're definitely going to.
Yeah, you know what I've heard though? It's real random, but that I remember just this off the cuff remark on a Kind of Funny podcast from years back. Tim Geddes was like, dude, the one film I want to watch in 4K with HDR more than anything is Speed Racer. Because apparently the visual effects in that movie are actually, no joke, unbelievable.
Really?
So
wow.
and I looked up that film recently, and it actually didn't do too badly in terms of reviews and stuff. And fans of the show were like, "This is actually pretty good." And it's got your boy Emil Hirsch as the lead. So you know what, I think I might watch Speed Racer in its Ultra HD glory, and I'll report back.
Interesting. Very interesting. You know what Tim Geddes he posted about today, what he's doing to his theatre room? Because he's got like a fully fledged theatre room, like cinema recliner chairs.
I remember seeing picture ones, yeah. Very jealous.
Yeah, he's got like a 4K projector. And today he posted that he's putting in, Dools, this is going to make you jealous. He's putting in Dolby Atmos speakers.
Fucking hell.
Right? That's so dope.
Dude, they are rolling in cash, those guys.
Surely. Well, yeah, surely. Like,
you got to think about, he's a founding member. They've got X amount of employees now. YouTube, sponsorships, Twitch, Patreon. I mean, it's just...
Plus, they're partnered with Rooster Teeth.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well. Just so many sources of revenue.
Speaking about sources of revenue, Dools, Tom Cruise is officially going to space. Did you see this news?
So this was announced a while back, but I guess this is like confirmed?
Yep. So evidence has been given, Dools, that they've looked... someone's looked at the manifest for the International Space Station, and from the years 2021 to 2023... Tom Cruise is scheduled to film at the International Space Station. How amazing does that sound?
This is insane, dude. This is fucking insane. I'm so excited.
I know.
I don't care what the fuck this movie is. It's obviously going to be an action movie. It might be Mission Impossible. We don't know for certain. It might be. Fucking hell. Holy shit.
Imagine
so
being
perfect,
Tom Cruise
dude, that it's him doing it first.
I know.
It's so
Imagine
perfect.
getting off the phone after just being told, Tom, you're going to space. We're sending you to fucking space. Well, can't we do this like studio lot? Like, no. Can't we do like an anti-grav like machine? No. We're sending you in a rocket. We're shooting you into the fucking stratosphere, and we're gonna bring a GoPro.
Tom,
I can't wait.
Tom, aren't you getting in the rocket? Nah, guys, I was just going to ride my flying motorcycle into space because I'm Tom fucking Cruise. Jesus Christ. Oh, dude, the man's a lunatic. How about that recent clip of him flying off a fucking motorcycle ramp off some fucking mountains in Norway or some shit?
I can't believe it. Every time I watch it.
I'm worried he's suicidal, but he's just like doing it in the coolest way possible.
It's unreal. It is unreal. It's unreal, Dools. Speaking of unreal, Dools, you're going to like this next piece of news. Did you see the Emmy results?
The what, sorry?
The Emmys.
Oh, I mean, I saw a few headlines, but it's the Emmys has.
Watchmen has walked away with 11 Emmys.
Whoa.
11.
Fuck.
Huge. Like, very well deserved, right? I thought I'd bring this up as like another reminder for anyone that hasn't watched Watchmen to go fucking watch Watchmen. It's one of the greatest movie series of all time.
Yep, 100%. So, what were some of the main ones? Best lead actress. I
fucking brought this up.
So Regina King obviously got best lead actress, right?
Yeah, Vamp, and I'll find it.
So, yeah, man, I adored that show. I think the more I think about it, I think that was so special. I don't think I'd want them to do a second season unless we know for certain that Damon Lindelof is coming back, because he's been quite adamant that he wouldn't do it unless like just this second coming of Christ level idea came to him. And so have you got it?
Yeah. So Regina King won for Best Lead Actress, Dools. Best Limited Series went to Watchmen. That's all I can find at the moment. Oh, here we go. Best Supporting Actor went to how do you pronounce his name? The guy that's Yahya Abdul Mateen.
Yeah,
that's
close
it, right?
enough.
Second.
Dr.
Yahya
Manhattan
Abdul
himself.
Mateen. Yeah, dude, he's great. He was fantastic in that show. Remember that? What was that episode that's like known as the greatest episode?
Oh, probably the penultimate one, episode 8.
Yeah.
Well, God walks into a bar.
That's it. Yeah.
And it was so cool because it was like if you saw the episode title, like you know how you can see ahead of time all the episode titles, and it had God walks into a bar, bar, and then they do that in the title sequence, but they remove the comma and then they put A and bar together because it was Angela A bar all along. I thought that was genius.
Yeah, that's genius. But yeah, they won a bunch, but those were the main ones. Very, very much deserved. Regina King is exceptional in this show, and the whole show itself is phenomenal. It's only 8 episodes, I believe, if my memory is correct. 8 or 10. It's 8 or 10.
I think actually
it's
9.
I
think it's a weird number. I think it's just 9.
Damn it. But yeah, no, it's nothing short of spectacular, that show. So 100% go watch it. And Dools, to end the night on a big piece of news before we go into Trivia Tuesday on a Wednesday. Dools, Microsoft bought Bethesda?
Yeah, so
how do you feel?
Oh, dude. So this is without exaggeration, possibly the biggest like just industry news since shit, man. I don't know.
Since probably ever. This is one of the biggest video game movies of all time.
It is great. It is earth-shattering kind of news. So they have acquired ZeniMax Media, which is the parent company of Bethesda Softworks, which then owns all of the game studios under that banner. So just to rattle off a few: id Software, creators of Doom; Machine Games, creators of the Wolfenstein games; Bethesda Game Studios, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, the upcoming Starfield; Tango Games, which is like Japan-based or Tokyo-based, I should say. They have like that Capcom alumni who was famous for the Resident Evil games, and they've done Evil Within. Soon upcoming Ghostwire Tokyo, Arcane, Dishonored, and upcoming Deathloop, and a few others. I think ZeniMax Online, they're doing Elder Scrolls Online, and there's a few other studios in there I'm not totally familiar with. I think they do some VR projects like Roundhouse Games and Alpha Dogs. So it's huge. The Bethesda is like one of the big, like it is almost like Microsoft one day being like, we bought Activision. Like it's pretty much on that level. This is an absolute monolith of a publisher. There's only a few enormous third-party publishers: Ubisoft, EA, Activision, Capcom, Square. But Bethesda's one of the really big ones. Like, you know, they would do their annual E3 briefing, and you know, because they would often have enough games to show. And there is a very good chance, now the wording is unclear on this, because they're being a little cagey. They're still very big on, play whatever you want, wherever you want, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, apparently Bethesda are still going to continue to publish their own games, whatever that looks like. But whether they become PlayStation exclusives or not remains to be seen. At the moment, I'm thinking they probably still will come to PlayStation on a case-by-case basis. So if it's Elder Scrolls 6, are you really going to ignore the, how tens of millions PS5s in the wild where you could be selling just fucking bonkers amount of games? They're clearly pushing for a software-only future with, Games Pass and things like that. But at the same time, well, how badly do people want to play Elder Scrolls? Will they buy a cheaper Xbox Series X? Will they just find a way to stream Games Pass? Do they just want people to... All you have to do is, technically the only entry for barrier is $10. You can play Games Pass on a tablet now. You can stream through xCloud. Or if you desperately want a console, well, guess what? There's a $300 console there for you. Sounds pretty good. So the more I think about it, the more I'm like, actually, they might become exclusive. So it's too hard to say. I mean, we'll need to wait for official word. We'll need to wait for the first big game that isn't bound to the platform. I think what's funny is that Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop still have timed exclusive releases for PS5. So Microsoft is technically releasing timed exclusive PS5 games next year.
It's so funny.
The one exception to the rule in this case, even though they're already on the platform, is Minecraft. So Microsoft bought Mojang a few years back, and obviously they're really only known for Minecraft. And they have released a brand new game since then. 2 if you count a VR update to Minecraft, but they have released Minecraft Dungeons, and they did put that on everything. So that could be a case of, Microsoft are looking at this and being like, this would be stupid of us not to capitalize on the Minecraft brand and put it absolutely everywhere. Is Fallout, Doom, and Elder Scrolls the same in their mind, or do they think they can win people over with them to Games Pass? Well, I don't know. I mean, it really is too early to say. But yeah, it's fucking fascinating, man, to just see how this all play out. And what do you think about all of it?
It's I'm a PlayStation fanboy. At the end of the day, I am. I will buy all consoles eventually. I won't buy an Xbox at launch just because if there was Halo, I would have considered it. But this is such a brilliant move by Microsoft. Credit where credit's due, respect where respect is due. This is a fucking move. And imagine if Elder Scrolls 6 is still so far off, right? It's not coming out soon. We can all agree. Imagine if they bring out, right, the next version of Series X. How it's PS4, PS4 Pro, whatever the Xbox One X, is it? The powered one? Xbox One S? The overpowered one?
Yeah, so One X was the PS4 Pro equivalent of Xbox.
Yeah, and quick tangent, did you see how many people have bought Xbox One X's instead of pre-ordering Xbox Series X's? Hilarious. Another point to the notch that Xbox Series X is a terrible name for the fucking console.
Yeah.
Imagine bringing out, this is what I'm thinking in my head, that they're going to bring out the next iteration of the console in 3-4 years' time and launch it with Elder Scrolls 6. That would be fucking amazing. That would be amazing. That would be such a big move. I agree with you. It's they just spent $7.5 billion on this. That's fuck you money, That is fuck you money. But, would they be... can they afford to neglect the other half of not even half, the other 70% of gaming owners with PS4s? That's completely up to debate. There's a debate for yes and a debate for no. The debate for yes is they can afford to do it because more people are going to buy Xboxes because people want to play Fallout, people want to play Skyrim, people want to play Doom. But no, because they can't afford to. If they just spent $7.5 billion, they need to get that cash back and they need to make bankroll. They're going to, there is that point that they could do what they did with Mojang, but I think, Phil Spencer did say it's going to be a case-by-case basis. I strongly starting to believe that Elder Scrolls 6 is exclusive.
Yeah, I think you have to look at it this way. They'll make the decision based on probably one thing and one thing only. can they prove that that getting a single consumer to subscribe to Game Pass is more valuable to them than them making a single purchase? So would you rather sell them Elder Scrolls 6 on PS5, get 70% of that cut, as opposed to having them subscribe to Game Pass? And I think 10 out of 10 times, the fact that they're doubling down on their service, the fact that they just announced and made a big deal about this, that they have just passed the milestone of 15 million Game Pass subscribers, that they most definitely want you to subscribe. And that's their ultimate goal. And I think with that in mind, I think they're willing to forego putting these games on PlayStation and convince you to come to Game Pass. And I think this is the ticket. I think this is how you get those people over. And the lowest, barrier of price in terms of a console is the proof in the pudding there.
Yeah. Fascinating stuff, Dools. Fascinating stuff.
It is.
I am not part of those Sony fanboys that I'm a Sony. I'll put up my hand. I'm a Sony fanboy, 110%. Like, I'll defend PlayStation till I die. But I'm not one of those ones that look at this and be like, oh, this sucks. Xbox are getting exclusives. Like, no, this will probably make PlayStation even better. Like, perfection breeds excellence. Not perfection, sorry, competition breeds excellence. That's what it does. So, this might make Sony tighten some bolts. Like, at the end of the day, Sony's also running a monopoly. Like, of how many studios they've acquired, they own. Like, everyone has their ball in the tennis court, But they
haven't quite purchased a publisher of this size. So, I mean, it's a little different. I mean, I think Sony have, I'm not sure the exact number, but I think, less than half of the first-party studios that Microsoft now own. They went from 15 to 23 overnight. So
that's insane.
Yeah, pretty
crazy. That is insane. Well, Dools, that's the end of the news. Let's jump into Trivia on a Tuesday, but for a Wednesday. Give me a jingle.
What you just said, Haz, that's too much of a tongue twister. Haz, let's get into it. So, Haz, we've been talking a lot of games. We've been talking a lot of movies. And we've done movie trivia before. We've also done video game trivia before. How about we merge the two?
Oh, we're doing video game movie trivia.
We're doing video game movie trivia.
Woo! Oh, no. All right.
So it's safe to say that I think...
good topic.
I think it's safe to say that at least 10 out of 10 of these films have a Metacritic lower than 30-20%. So... This is.
Don't worry, the Uncharted movie's gonna save him, Dools.
Uncharted
movie's gonna save him.
Of course. Tom Holland says it's good, guys. Hey, Mark Wahlberg doesn't have a moustache, but hey, no, Tom Holland says it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Imagine if he came out and said it's terrible. There's not a possibility of him doing that. Yeah. If a camera's put in your face, be like, hey Tom, how's the movie you're working on going? How is anything except for it's going great gonna come out of his fucking mouth?
Yeah.
Even if if
so
he
stupid.
looks at the screeners that day and it's the biggest piece of shit, there is no way he's not going to say it's going great.
Yep.
There's no way he's not going to say that. Sorry. Continue. Sorry, Dools. I went on a tangent.
That's right, Haz. You love her in your fucking mouth. Let's dive right in. Question 1.
Love it. Go.
Who played the lead role in the 2016 movie Assassin's Creed?
Ooh, Michael Fassbender.
Fassbender, yeah. I would have taken, Fassbender, but Fassbender works. It's correct. It's one on the board.
He's a great actor. I reckon he's a really nice guy as well.
Haz, question 2. What year did the movie Super Mario Bros. Come out? Now, I'll give you a year buffer, to be fair.
Okay. So, I think it's the early 90s. I'm going to go 1990. This is a complete guess away. It could be the 70s, but with my fucking luck. I'm going to go 1994.
94. Is that your final answer?
1993. Final answer.
Oops. Okay, so... Are you sure? That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's correct. That's spot on. So you didn't even need the buffer there.
Appreciate it, Dolls. Appreciate it. Good
Son
question,
of
though.
a bitch.
Because I was like, is it late 80s or is it early 90s? But I'm pretty sure just by like, it just.
Alright, it's not fucking Who Wants to Be a
I've never
Millionaire.
actually
You're not
seen
meant to fucking talking shit after the questions. We're playing a game here. Come on. Has question
Dolls, continue.
3, you son of a bitch. How many? Now, I know you're a big fan of these. How many Resident Evil films have there been?
I knew you were going to ask this. Oh, I've never seen any of them.
Neither. And I love the games, but they just look terrible.
All right, so I'm going to have a guess. So there's one, there's Resident Evil 2. There's one, I think, called Extinction. There's one called Resident Evil. I think there's like 6 or 7.
Extinction, apocalypse, annihilation, just obliteration.
Resident Evil, kill me. 7 Duels. This is a complete guess.
All right. Is that your final answer?
No, I'm going to go 8. Final answer.
That is incorrect.
Incorrect. What is it?
6.
Is it higher?
No, it's just 6. So you're close.
Damn.
You
Oh,
are
well.
close.
Close.
That's right, Has. Onwards and upwards, eh? Has question 4.
Yeah.
Which famous actor starred alongside The Rock in the live action adaptation of Doom?
Oh, sorry, you cut out there. Also, just a question on the last question. Were you counting the theatrically released animated Resident Evil films?
No, I don't know if they were theatrically released. I just
I saw a couple in the cinema, but all right. All I heard was who starred alongside The Rock in the, and you cut out for a sec. I'm gonna guess you're saying Doom, Duels? And that would be Carl Urban.
You saw Resident Evil cartoon movies in the cinema, but you've never seen the other ones?
Yeah, I saw one. I saw one back in like early 2000s.
Yeah, okay. Well, no. We're talking
right,
about these
like,
Mila
live action.
Djokovic ones.
That's fine. So I'm gonna guess because you cut out a bit. Sorry, just because of the internet. The Doom was it a Doom question. Who starred alongside The Rock?
Yes, in Doom.
Yeah. Carl Urban.
Oh, correct.
That movie's terrible, Duels. Have you seen it?
I've never seen it. I don't want to.
That movie is trash,
Yeah.
and I love The Rock.
Dude,
Movie's
apparently, I don't know if it was considered a sequel, but like another live action Doom movie came out last year. It just came out. Someone shut it out.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea. I saw when I was looking all this stuff up, and Jesus, I mean,
Yeah, well,
guess what the fucking subtitle was?
Go ahead.
I mean, just think of the most generic kind of word that would like fit in with that. Doom,
Doom, Welcome to Hell.
kind of close, but Annihilation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Just-
worse.
just fucking
That's
terrible.
worse.
Has question
Doom
5.
Annihilation.
How many live action iterations of Lara Croft have there been? Now this is live action. I'm not limiting it to film.
Say again, sorry?
I'm not limiting it to film. So just live action across the board.
I'm sorry. Yeah, just one more time. You cut out just again.
All right, it's probably your internet has. Live action iterations of Tomb Raider
Yep.
across the board. Could be TV or movie or film.
Okay. By iterations, do you mean like Angelina Jolie's one, and then like
Correct. Yeah.
Alicia
Yep.
Vikander's one? Okay, cool. So it's like the Spider-Man question you did a couple weeks ago. I only can think of 2. In saying that, you've probably found some weird Russian version, and you're counting that. So I'm gonna go 2 Duels.
Whatever makes you think I would do something like that. Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Like if I'm wrong, I'm gonna learn something.
Has you correct? You called my bluff. I was
Yeah, I thought
hoping
you'd
I'd
do
trick
that
you
as
up
well.
there. That's all right. Good job.
It's like I was in my head. I'm like, there could be like a weird Scandinavian version of Lara Croft that you would have definitely.
The fact that you only got the Spider-Man one by pure luck because you counted another one extra and you weren't considering the Japanese iteration of Spider-Man that I definitely didn't think you would get, which you technically didn't.
Yeah, I know.
But you just
I
got
didn't
lucky
get
there.
that. I was just like, I can count 4,
Yeah.
but knowing you, there's probably some weird shit happening, so 5. And you're like, damn it.
Has. Question 6. What mobile game phenomenon has had now 2 movies made about it?
Angry Birds.
Correct. Very good.
I haven't seen them. Apparently they're great, though.
Yeah, apparently they're not bad. I'm never going to watch them, but apparently they're not bad. Moving on. Question 7.
Fair.
Aaron Paul stars in this lousy Fast and Furious ripoff. What's it called?
Need for Speed.
Ah, there he is again. Very good. These are a bit easy, aren't they?
It's a good topic.
No-
It's a good topic.
Not difficult. You'll probably definitely get this. No, whatever. Jake Gyllenhaal plays the whitewashed lead in this mediocre film.
Prince of Persia?
Is that your final answer? I want the full title.
Was it called The Sands of Time? Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time.
That's incorrect. It's Prince of Persia, just Sand of Time. Didn't have the Sands of Time.
No,
So-
you're give me that fucking point.
All right, very good. Correct.
You're not giving me the point because of the word "the"? No way.
Actually, I'll double check that.
I'm pretty sure.
No, actually, I think you were correct. It is the Sands of Time. So, whoops. Moving on.
Thank you, Dools.
Question 9. The director of Source Code also directed this film based on
Warcraft.
Very good.
Sorry, no, continue your question, Dools.
No, it was just going to be based on an incredibly popular IP.
Yeah.
So you're very familiar with Duncan Jones, I know.
I know that he's made 2 movies. I don't know if he's made any more.
I think he made that poorly received cyberpunk movie called Mute on Netflix. Had Paul Rudd in it.
That's right, with Paul Rudd.
Yeah, and I was like,
didn't
oh,
watch
Paul
that.
Rudd. But then it's just that the reviews not so good.
Yeah, it was like Paul Rudd, director of Source Code. We're like, here we go.
Yeah. Final question. Who voices Sonic the Hedgehog in the 2020 movie of the same name?
Oh, fuck. I have no idea. I've got an... Is it Schwartz or Schwarzer? Ben Schwartz?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
As that is... Oh, where's it gone?
It's incorrect. Well, who is it?
Do you want it... So, I'm generous. I'm feeling generous. Do you want to give that a second stab? Because you were saying someone else... And that sounded like... Who were you saying before?
Jules, if you're fucking with me, just give me the point.
No. I swear on my life. You were saying Ben, not Schwartz. Ben who? Who were you saying?
Schwarzer. It was between.
Oh, okay. That was... It's correct.
Oh. How did I fucking know that? What's that? I've never seen him.
That's weird. He's in a bit of stuff now though. He was in College Humor back in the day, and you remember?
Okay.
Do you remember those Jake and Amir sketches? He was in.
Oh yeah.
He was the really fucking weird dude in those. He was great. And then no, he's been I think he's been in Parks and Rec and some other shit. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. That's 9 out of 10, mate. That's fucking solid. It's good shit.
Thanks.
Fucking
I think
nerd.
I'm tied with you with the most correct answers then.
Mm.
I think you got 9 in the Star Wars round that I did. And yeah, nice.
Excellent. All right, well, sign us off, Haz.
Thank you very much for listening to another episode of the More Cops on Duty podcast, internet's number one film, game, TV podcast. Tools, do you know what number this is?
Is this 78?
Tools, this is number 78. There's a point to you. Can you put that on the scoreboard? You can find us on all your favourite streaming services, all your favourite socials. We're going to start recording twice a week again, probably. We'll figure out something to do for this week, Dools. But until next time, I've been Harry, Dools has been Dools, you've been you. We're More Cops on Duty, and we're out.